Hey everyone, over the weekend I did a little bit more work on my laser tag arena. Just a couple of short, relatively short building sessions, and reached a stopping point and figured it would be good just to put the footage that I did capture together in a video and give you a little quick narration. So the very first thing that I did in the first building session here was obviously, and of course, fix the major mistake that I had made that I very clearly spoke about in that very last video of covering up the stairwells on the top. It was just a simple mistake of just going on autopilot, but I explained that previously, so that is now taken care of. And then because I got that bricklink haul in that included all of these parts, these masonry bricks, I went ahead and started filling in the walls. That was an easy one. Another thing that kind of involved just going into production mode. I did make another mistake here, but came back and fixed it. I was just off by a height of one brick, but that gets fixed here. And then I come around with the windows because I also got in those window pieces, window frames, and also the glass. I'll put glass in last, top and bottom, but for now it's just important to get the structure in. So that's good. Having actual walls all the way around, 4 walls going all the way around the whole thing to really show me the size of the thing. And that's important, really important, just for understanding progress and kind of the direction that I need to go and how I need to build things, because as usual, this is being designed completely on the fly. So check this out. Floor plan. My original idea was to have a small waiting area here and then have kind of like the ready room and gear up room here, and then the small area to the right would be kind of a junior arena for younger kids, and then I would use the space over here, the largest space, as the standard arena. However, there's not enough space to be putting all those things in there, so I'm gonna have people come up the stairwell and go to just a very small waiting room, then walk through a door, go into a equipment room in the upper right corner, and then the rest of it will just be arena. So it'll be one single arena. It'll still be actually a pretty cramped arena, as became apparent as soon as I put a couple of figures in there, but this is already using up the space of 2 base plates. That's twice as much as large of a floor plan as a modular building. So it's already bigger than most of the biggest things that Lego tends to do. So I need to just make the best use that I can out of that space. Everything in Lego is always going to be miniaturized, always, especially relative to the size of minifigures, because minifigure scale is really weird, and Lego scale just in general is really weird, unless you go for a completely realistic scale, in which case minifigs just don't really fit well. So I'm sticking with my plan, using the space that's available to me here, and what you're looking at right now is just kind of framing in where the walls will go for the area around the stairwell and the area that'll be just the small waiting room, which is actually going to be plenty large enough. Just need to have just a kind of a stool row along the back, and I think that's going to work out just fine. And then the gear room I think that'll also be large enough as well. Just a couple little structural small modifications at the end, making sure that everything is down properly. And that was just it for the progress for these couple of small sessions. So this left me with walls all the way around. It left me understanding what the shape of this floor is going to be at the highest level, overall. Next, I get to get in and actually, of course, make the ready room itself, and mission briefing room, however that's going to go. And then I get to start tackling how I'm actually going to do obstacles and terrain and the outer, really the inner walls for the place, just to be as efficient as possible. And I'll probably have to make some mistakes along the way there and correct them and make some changes, because that's how this goes. Not so much to show this time, but like I said, I reached kind of a good stopping point. Thought it would be good just to share what I've done. So thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon.